It's an interesting, scenario, and the dynamics are also, for me, interesting. You belong to the MPP. Your brother John Jinapor, your senior brother, is with the NDC. How is it like, and I know your other brother as well, ISO. He was my mate at the University of Ghana as well. Fantastic gentleman. I've heard many say, well, he's with the CPP. I don't know how true that is. So in your home, and saying that your parents are indifferent, how are you able to inspire many who are out there? Because I think of the Jinapors and I think of the Ahoys, the Yankers, Kojo Yanka being with NDC, Kwesi Yanka, Professor Kwesi Yanka with MPP, and you're also doing it very well. I see you at social functions and you sit with your brother, you laugh out at your 40th birthday, and it was just great. How are you able to do it, to inspire people that, look, there's a life beyond politics? Honorable.
Well, I think 2 or 3 matters which will put this matter in its proper context. First of all, John is my senior brother. And remember that I don't come directly after John. So there's a lady after John and myself. And so he's 4 clear years older than me. I think that context is absolutely important. And so growing up as boys, Professor Jinapor, your friend,
that's right,
the gentleman you call ISO,
yes,
was my far senior brother. He was 7 years older than me.
Right.
So he was, if you want, not reachable by me.
Okay.
So the person as boys who was, if you want, my trainer was John, and it's a fact. I mean,
wow.
I never met John in junior high school. By the time I got to junior high school, 1, he had left to secondary school. By the time I got to senior secondary school, 1, he had left to university. So he was very much my, first of all, my protector at the playground, and then my guide. And I always tease him. I always say this, that it's so funny. Even to date, as we are grown and everything, he still tries to deal with me. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Okay. And I tell you something which is interesting. John never, we don't do that. It's not in our nature where we kind of advise each other or sit each other down and formal, But one of those days, something happened, which I will withhold the details.
Okay.
And then he came to me in my house at my residence, and we sat down like this, and we call each other. He say, "Man," that's how he calls it. He say, "Man, listen, this thing, that. Wow. No, be careful." And I just said to him, I hear you.
Did you see that as politics, or you thought your brother gave you sound advice?
It was a personal thing, something personal. He just said, you should. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you this point to let you understand how we were brought up, how we grew up.
Wow.
Then number 2, where I would say the best of friends.
Oh, you are?
Yes. I mean, if you ask him who is his best friend, he will say me, and vice versa. Because our senior brother, Professor Jinapor, for the much of the time when we're
growing up,
boys, I mean grown up adults, if you want, he was then pursuing academic qualifications in the United States. He was doing his master's and doing a PhD. So for almost 7 years he was not in Ghana. So the move out and the rolling and the rest was John and I, and we were not into politics at the time. We're not politicians, so we are very good friends. We're very close. And thirdly, and I should point this out and do so very strongly, we never, there's no such, I hear people say we sat down and say you go to MPP.
That's right. You didn't have such discussion.
Absolutely not the case.
Are you for real on that?
I am 110% for real on that. It's absolutely not the case. The circumstances under which he joined NDC are there. The circumstances under which I joined MPP are there. And finally, I can say that for him as well. We are 110% committed to our causes. 110%. And you realize, I mean, our wives and family people will attest to this, that in the past, now it's not more the case actually. It's not so much the case. Let me put it that way. In the past, even when it's 3 months to elections, you see that our frequency of meeting and talking begins to drift apart and so on, because we get very locked into intense into our positions and fighting in our various corners. So that is it.